Welcome to Couple Crush. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to cut a perfect puff sleeve. And in the next video, you are going to see the outcome of that sleeve. But for now, let's concentrate on how to achieve a perfect puff sleeve. If you are using the circular method, that is cutting it in a peplum method, this is what you are going to do. Let's assume this is your fabric. So you're going to fold your fabric into 4 like this. Fold it into 4, and after folding, as usual, take note of this tip and using your measuring tape. So using your measuring tape, you are going to mark through the length of the sleeve. If your sleeve length is, let's say, like 14 inches, you are going to mark the 14 inches round the way you used to mark in your peplum flare. So this is what you are going to do. Let's assume that this is the fabric, and I'm going to make use of let's say 3 inches now, just to illustrate the point. So I'll just mark through the 3 inches round, as you would do in marking the peplum flare. So that's what I'm going to do all round. Right. After marking it this way, you now blend the line. This is just for illustration. Just blend it that way. Then the next thing for you to do, if you wish to add allowance so that when you are cutting out the sleeve, it will not short somewhere, you may likely add the allowance while marking it. That's the allowance that you're going to use in cutting the sleeve, the hole, the armhole, so to speak. So what you're going to do is to just mark it and cut it this way. After cutting it out, this is what you will have. This is a full circle. So you are going to leave it at a semicircle. Meanwhile, you need to notch this point to take note of where the middle is, or the center point is. So while leaving it at a semicircular form, what you need to do is to come here and mark out your bicep measurement. If your bicep measurement is 4 inches, you place your ruler here and measure out 4 inches to wherever it is. And in my own case, or in this illustration, I'm going to make use of 1 inch. So this is my 1 inch here. Then after that, the next thing for you to do is to trace out a curve this way. Take note, you are not curving it from this other angle, and this will now serve as the upper part of the arm, while this will be the lower part of it. Some people make the mistake of marking out their circle at this middle, or after folding it this way, they go ahead to mark out this way. No, that is wrong, because it's going to make the sleeve, when you are wearing it, it will make the sleeve to become longer at the lower part of your arm, which is not supposed to be so. So to make it equal, what you need to do is to mark it from the center point and bring out the circle this way. After bringing out the semicircle this way, the next thing for you to do is to use your tape to measure it, if you have the precise armhole that you intended. If you do not have, you can keep extending it. That's why I said you should add enough allowance here, so that when you are extending it, you will not have shortage of fabric somewhere, or it will not make your puff sleeve to be shorter than you intended. So after carving it out this way, let's assume this is the right measurement that I want. But if it is not enough, I need to increase it. What I'll simply do is to increase it this way. And if it is maybe it's too much, I'll still have to reduce it this way. But make sure that you do not make this side to be equal. So this side must be shorter, while this side must be longer. That is why you make it this way. So after that, what you need to do is to cut it out this way. Cutting it out this way. Then after cutting it out this way, this is what you have. This is what you have. Notice that this is the upper part, while this is the lower part. That will not make the lower part of the flare to be longer, and that is the same method that you will apply if you are making a full flare sleeve. This is the method that you apply to achieve accurate flare, not making the upper part or the lower part longer. Instead, they have to be equal, or if possible, the upper part longer than the lower part. So that is what you do, and this is what I have done. Let me show you. So here it is. In this sleeve that I'm going to achieve I want to use it for a puff sleeve. So this is what I have done precisely. You can see the center part of it, and this is the upper part of it. This is the lower part of it. After tracing out the circle that I wanted, I measured it out, my armhole. If you want to pleat it, you can still add allowances, but this one, I don't want too much pleating on it, since the flare is going to be enough. So I don't want to pleat anything. So I have done it, as I said, after cutting it to the center part, I had to increase it a little to give me this shape. And another thing that can guide you on doing this is that you are going to measure this part. As you can see, this is 11 inches. So you can keep measuring the 11 inches until about 1/4 of the half circle. So that is when you can increase it to 11.5 and 12 inches as you keep going round. And that is exactly what I have here. And if you measure this side here, it is more than 12 inches. It is more than 12 inches. Call it either 13 or 13.5 inches. So this is what you do to achieve that sleeve. Then after that, if you don't want to join it to any other sleeve, what you need to do is to fold these edges. Just fold it up. While you fold it up like this and sew, you keep folding it round, sew it. Then you insert your elastic, or you may wish to gather it and put a band on it, depending on your choice. And this one, I'm going to attach it to a lace. So as such, after gathering the lower part of it, I'll still attach a lace on it. I'll still attach the lace on this part to make it a puff sleeve. And I'm going to show you how it looks like after everything. So what you need to do is to gather it up. As you can see here, I have gathered the lower part of it, and I gather it to match with this sleeve here. The space here should be the same as what we have here. Then after that, it's just to join it together and overlock these raw edges. Or if you want to use any kind of weaving machine, you will do so. So after joining it together, I'm going to show you how it looks like. So this is the final look of it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sure you're going to learn something from this. So please, if you like anything about the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. This is really lovely. Please stay tuned as I'm going to unfold the sewing of this lovely outfit. So thank you. Bye bye for now.